And we're back, everyone. I hope you're ready. I hope you've held your breaths because it's time for The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild with Johnnyboomr.
Hey, thank you. Hello, my name's Johnnyboomr. I'm gonna run Breath of the Wild all dungeons. Here are my co-commentators. If you would like to introduce yourselves, maybe
worries.
Sly first.
Hello, I'm Sly. I also speedrun this game, of course, mainly focused on 80% and all dungeons.
What's up? I'm Vivoxe. I run this game too, surprisingly. And I run everything but any percent and 100%.
Hello, I'm Wolhaiksong, and I've also run almost every category except 100% and all shrines.
Nice. So time doesn't start on new game. Time starts when we gain control of Link. I can do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Oh, actually, no. Shit. Wait. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, new countdown. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
And immediately stop running.
Shame.
So the eagle-eyed of you might have noticed on the main menu, like the brief time we had on it, that the game was actually in Italian. And the language for this game isn't set in stone. It actually changes depending on what category you're running. So for any percent, it is French. For all dungeons, it's Italian. And then for a few others, like all main quest, it's German. And then there's even ones where like Russian or English is the fastest. I can't remember those off the top of my head right now, but it's Italian for this one. And immediately what we're going to do is Johnny's going to pull out his scope here to get this little cutscene out of the way, run up at this wall, and then he's going to face a certain way and use his scope like that. And what he's doing is when Link aims his scope like that, he actually pivots on the point he's at. So when you aim that way and pivot between those two corners of the wall, you are getting pushed through the wall and you can immediately run out. And that allows you to skip the opening cutscene. So we're saving a load of time with that. And it also locks time of day to 5:15 a.m., which is pretty big. It stops things like blood moons, it stops weather effects, apart from in Zora's Domain, that is fixed. And it's nice for setups as well, which we're going to do later. But right now we're running to this Boko camp here. Fastest movement we can do is running, full on sprinting, and then when you get low, you can whistle and mash B, and that'll let you run at about 80% of full sprint speed, while recovering all your stamina. So it's pretty massive. You'll see it constantly throughout the run. There's also another version called throw sprinting, which is basically the same, except you are constantly pulling out your weapon and putting it away. And that's a little bit harder to optimally do. Whistle sprinting is very easy. You just hold down the button. Throw sprinting, you have to mash in a nice rhythm to have it be effective. So usually you'll see whistle sprinting. But hey, anyone else want to say why we picked up that weapon?
No.
No.
Well, we'll see. We'll see throw sprinting later on in the run.
All right, that's it. End the commentary with them.
Yeah, especially during basically.
So you see a little bit of shield surfing there. That's just to get down things like hills quickly because it is a little bit faster on those. And we're picking up weapons and bows and things right now, and arrows here because these are going to be incredibly important after stasis. Obviously the weapon is important right now to deal with these bocos, but all we want is his bow. And we are coming up to stasis. This is the fastest order of shrines. And you might be thinking, why are we going to the shrine and not going to the tower? We can skip the tower pretty easily. Well, not easily, but we've figured out how to do it very easily now. And, well, I'll just let Johnny do it first.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Stasis is the worst
Nicely
one.
done.
So what you saw there was Johnny ran up to the shrine and like did a shield surf on the side of it, and he just let his shield bonk on the shrine, dropped off, and went through the wall. What he did there was he stored that angle the wall was facing on Link, and then as you shield jump forwards and then unequip your shield, Link will snap back relative to the angle you like placed that shield jump, which we call skew. And when he's doing that, you're still moving forward. So Link can keep moving forward while he's snapping backwards. The game then snaps you back to your original position and pushes you through the wall. And stasis, the first one, is the absolute hardest one, really. Well, when you actually got the other setups down, it's probably the hardest one. But there you saw Johnny come into the shrine and immediately skip the elevator cutscene because this is on a cycle. That rotating bridge you just saw then, he needs to immediately stop that after picking up the stasis room. That allows you to immediately freeze it, jump on, unfreeze it, so you reset the cooldown for stasis. And then you can immediately freeze the boulder up ahead to just breeze through stasis.
Oh, not bad.
Also, I forgot to mention, he picked up the hammer in the shrine, very important for later. It loses a little bit of time, but you need it to kill certain enemies, and it saves time when you start breaking rocks, picking up ore, breaking treasure chests, things like that.
Yeah, and it's the fastest one you can grab on your way through. There is another one outside of Stasis Shrine, but a bit slower to grab.
So, who wants to take the next trick?
I will. So, Stacy used to be one of the most important runes in the run, but nowadays it's not that useful because of another trick that we will see soon. One of the few uses that Stasis has is coming up. It's called Stasis Launch. So what Johnny will do is basically use a Stasis rune to freeze the boulder right in front of him coming up. And basically what Stasis does, we didn't explain this, it stores like kinetic force. So Johnny will repeatedly hit the boulder and then shoot the boulder with an arrow in order to give this Stasis launch a certain direction. So that way he will be able to get over this cliff without climbing at all. As you will see right now.
We miss shouting out Italian old man at his screen.
So coming up next is something called bullet time bounce. This is basically the trick that broke Breath of the Wild completely. So as you saw, what Johnny is doing is basically shooting arrows to bait these bokoblins into a certain position. And after he shield jumps, he will enter bullet time. And as soon as he bounces off this bokoblin, which is a ragdolling enemy, he will immediately cancel bullet time. And what that does is that when you enter bullet time, every interaction is slowed down by 20 times. So once he exits bullet time, the speed of the bounce here will get multiplied by 20. And there you go. He's basically flying all over Plateau right now, straight into Cryonis.
And this is why we immediately picked up all the weapons and stuff on the way to Stasis, because we need the arrows, the bow, the shield to be able to do that.
Again, setting skew on the shrine here, a different kind of spot. And this is a different kind of clip. It's called an ESC. There's two frames of skew, I believe. The second frame, you can do like you hold like the shield button, you press A. Yeah, it's the second frame. And it'd usually be a parry on the ground, and a shield jump in the air. So when you do that and you equip the shield on that frame, it kind of like clips in again and does this weird shield jump. Sometimes the camera can go in and you get pushed back out. It's quite bizarre, different kind of clip than the normal one. A bit more precise. It is frame perfect. Johnny hit the frame first try, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's frame perfect in this game is strange because it's not strange, but in other Zelda games you might have been able to see like can buffer by frames, but in this one, it's really hard to do that. You usually get every other frame if you buffer in. So when a trick's frame perfect, it's not the greatest thing. Johnny did something crazy there called cryo. Are we calling it cryo parkour nowadays? No. Oh, we forgot to mention fall damage cancels.
Yeah.
So Johnny's been throwing his weapon, then unequipping as Link begins to throw it to cancel all fall damage, which is how he's been surviving that first BTB. before having the paraglider. And what he did there was he did a fall damage cancel, where he goes to throw his weapon, then unequips it during the throw. And that kind of grounds you on the wall, so it lets you jump again. So you essentially just wall jump in, and you can use both of those jumps and shield jump to make it over that. So immediately following cryo, we are going to set up another bullet time bounce. This one is incredibly difficult. It's much harder than the first one, and the first one is hard. But Johnny gets it easier, of course.
Of course. Every time.
So perfect.
For BTBs, we have to mention that he's bouncing off red bokoblins. These are the only ones you can bounce off without using ice arrows.
Oh my god.
Because, damn, unloaded.
That was no loads either too.
Oh yeah,
That
damn.
would have been a gold.
That was crazy good. So you can see the power of BTBs there as well. Not only can you completely fly across the map, you can go so fast that shrines do not load fast enough, so you can just walk through the front door. So he didn't even have to do the magnesis clip, he just runs in. There's no door. But as I was mentioning about Red Bull Goblins, they are the only ones that will ragdoll from the shield jump. So every other enemy needs an ice arrow to be frozen for you to BTB off them. But that makes it a lot nicer because Red Bull Goblins are always moving. You have to time things perfectly to get the BTB angle you want. They are like pixel perfect. They're very precise. And so for Magnesis, there's nothing really crazy going on. It's probably the least useful rune nowadays. It's not totally useless. Yeah. There's a lot of, you do need it for things like this, like opening the doors. There's going to be plenty of that. But between this and Cryonis, they are used a lot less than the other two. And one of them is used 1,000,000 times more than all the others, which you'll see soon.
I keep trying to split.
Oh, sorry, Johnny.
No worries, go ahead.
So one thing to note about these monk cutscenes is Johnny isn't skipping them immediately. That's because you have to wait until the camera starts to pan out or you'll get an incredibly long load. Well, not incredibly long, but it is about 7 seconds lost if you don't wait. And that's because we believe the game is trying to load things twice. So it just kind of struggles and then stalls. Whereas if you wait, you get a quick load. So there you saw Johnny do a box walk where he did a kind of similar thing to the boulder before, but he has to walk on the box because it's rotating with him. Nice BTB. That one is very awful because the bokoblins, you have to let the bokoblins notice you and then jump as they run to a certain location which Johnny manipulated. And sometimes they just don't do what they normally do anyway. But Johnny gets it just fine.
Yes, like you said, you can manipulate how they move mostly by where you land, but it is still AI, so there's still some RNG involved. It's for sure a scary BTB.
You can see there as well how finicky skew clips are. You are looking for like a precise position for Link to stand, a precise angle to look at. And you need to unequip right. There's a lot of things going on, and you can see like just when one thing goes slightly wrong, you're not getting through the wall.
Yeah, I don't know why he sometimes doesn't get skew there. Like I shield jump on the edge and just doesn't register for some reason.
Yeah, sometimes you can kind of tell when you don't get your skew if Link slides along the surface a bit.
Yeah.
It's a good sign to say, okay, I think I slid a bit there. Probably should go back and get my skew again. But sometimes it is difficult to tell.
I was letting that trick play out before I explained it. Bombs are the absolute biggest rune now. They are huge because we've discovered that trick, wind bombs, where you use bullet time manipulation and both bombs to launch one of the bombs into the back of Link, and it sends him absolutely flying. Similar to how BTBs speed you up by 20 times, that impact also works with wind bombs here, where Link will go absolutely flying because of the bullet time manipulation. And it only does 1 heart of damage because you are not getting hit by the bomb. You're not getting hit by the explosion, you're getting hit by the actual bomb itself. So we can just go flying anywhere we want, anywhere we can get bullet time. And you're going to immediately see it as soon as we get out of the bombs. One thing I do want to mention as well is that you might be wondering what the hell a dungeon is in this game. It's the Divine Beasts. We call it all dungeons because Hyrule Castle is pretty much a dungeon, and also to go with the conventional naming of Zelda games. So Johnny immediately started out there to get in a position where he could enter bullet time. And he did some strange things. He delayed his bombs instead of just quickly placing them as fast as he could. And he also turned. And that's like just some of the ways you can change your trajectory, like how Link is going to fly. And that's very important on this wind bomb in particular because we don't have a paraglider and we can't fall damage cancel wind bombs. So we need to make sure these wind bombs are perfect and we're going just the right height. But that
Can't
is...
believe that was too high.
Yeah.
Or I waited so long, but still sent me so high.
But that is the Great Plateau. Now we get the best item in the game.
Now I can go anywhere.
Anywhere?
That's right. I am running a little bit low on food, though. But should be fine.
Immediately, yeah, you see Johnny wind bomb with the paraglider, and you can see how strong this is, like how it's just absolutely busted because we're immediately going wherever we want instantly. So we're picking up a couple of things on the plateau still here because it's faster to get them when you have the paraglider and you can just quickly fly about. We also do pick up the tower eventually because that activates warping and something else I can't remember right now. But we do need that because it's faster to pick up certain shrines and walk back and forth. By like 2 seconds, I recently timed a route where you didn't get the tower and it's about 2 seconds faster to get the tower and 1,000,000 times easier. And this is already like the hardest category. Sorry, Johnny, go on.
Oh, what did you say the tower unlocks? It just unlocks the shrines, right? Or war points and shrines?
Yeah.
Do I have enough food? I think I have enough food.
One important thing is that the tower will be a very important war point, since we clip into all of the shrines, we won't be able to warp to any of them. So if we want to go back to Great Plateau, we can only use the tower.
You can go back there at 2 points in the run.
Yep.
Warp to plateau.
Yes.
Yep.
And doing the tower last like this allows us to skip a cutscene because normally when you do it first and get to the bottom, the old man says, "Hey, there's shrines about. Go find the shrines." We don't want to do that. We've already done that. So now that we're off plateau and we are going to be going towards Meadow, I'm going to explain the routing a tiny bit in all dungeons. So because this is Breath of the Wild, it's an open game, you can go do whichever one you want first. And before we had wind bombs, it was obvious, go and get Meadow because we need Revali's Gale. Revali's Gale lets you go basically where you want. It makes a lot of things easier, it makes a lot of things a lot faster. But with wind bombs, we kind of had Revali's Gale in our pocket. We can go where we want. But there's another big thing from Meadow. nice BTB. There's
I
another big
actually
thing
love
from
how-
Meadow. Sorry, so I'm going.
Oh, I was just gonna say I just love how the moblin was not loaded because it went so fast. I've actually never seen that.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this. I mean the unloaded things, not that specific moblin.
I was just wondering why I shot an arrow already. I was like, there's no one
But
there.
yeah, as I was saying about the routing, Great Eagle Bow, it is pretty much the best bow in the game. It absolutely deletes anything. So when we get that and fight the blights, it changes fights from something awkward into jump into bullet time, shoot them with a million bomb arrows, fight over. And that's hard to ignore, so we always go to Meadow first.
You'll also notice that Johnny picked up a monster part from the book Holland. That'll be used in a push an elixir. I have this elixir later on in the month.
And you also might have noticed Johnny sneak strike that moblin. That's one of the reasons we need that hammer. The axe will not kill in one hit, the hammer will, because it does 3 times of your weapons damage. And you might have seen Johnny as well sneak up out and shoot arrows in specific places. He's manipulating the bokoblin below into certain places so that he can get a perfect position on the boko to jump at him from a perfect position and go all the way to Tenokasa, or the shrine, if you don't know the shrine names. And we're going to use this for a war point later.
Oh, this isn't good. The fairies are gonna be loaded in. They're gonna fly all over.
Oh,
Oh wow, nice save.
Oh.
Xboxes are always scary because of that.
So these fairies might seem kind of slow because we drop down and then slowly sneaked about picking these up, but these fairies allow us to not really care about food
5.
because we need a lot of food in this run. We don't have a lot of health and we are windmilling non-stop, which takes up a heart. Obviously that eats your health up real fast. The fairies offer a buffer against that because then we can just go instead of needing to pause and eat all the time and then pick up food. As you noticed as well, Johnny picked up some ore. We need a decent amount of money in this run.
Okay, I have enough.
And we're picking up that Royal Claymore, the 52 damage weapon, which is pretty big. It allows us to beat someone up later a lot faster. But hey Sly, do you want to talk about the rupee situation?
So depending on what sort of safety stretch you're going, you do need about 1,920, I think is Johnny's overall aim for rupees for the whole run. You do get about 1,000 from the Eagle Hideout. You can get an extra 210, depending on what your rupee situation is. But the more rupees you get at the start, so the luckier you are with your ore drops, the better of a time you will have later on. You just save a lot of time picking up extra stuff in the Eagle Hideout. But yeah, you need a bunch of rupees to buy arrows, some food. You also need the Gerudo clothes, as well as the Goron armor later on in the run.
Link.
Both cost
So-
600 rupees each.
There's a little bit of downtime right now for donations or anything like that.
Yeah, certainly. How about this? Tao donates $137.13. They say, "Good luck, Johnny. Go fast."
Thank you, I'll try.
And thank you to Ariel Fabulous for your $50 donation. They say, "Go, Johnny, go!" It's great to see Breath of the Wild at GDQ. Much love to the whole Breath of the Wild speedrunning community.
Thank you.
And time for one more?
Yep.
We've got like 2 or 3 more.
Okay, great. How about this? $1,024 from Alex M. Thank you so much.
Wow.
They say that Dance Rush run was amazing, especially the finale. As always, great event, great runs, great cause. I've been enjoying this all week and appreciating the virtual company while working from home. Huge thanks to everyone making it happen. Thank you, Alex. And another one we have here. Let's see. It's a $500 donation from Zeta Gundam ZZ. They say, "Chat, We cannot let Keyzeron down. Let's get that My run. Do it for the Swiffer. Do it for Keys. But most importantly, let's do it for MSF. Thank you so much, Zeta. Yeah, currently we are, let's see, just under $34,000 left to get that My bonus game.
So, as you've seen here, Johnny's just doing a little bit of shopping because we desperately need those sun shrooms. This is also a good vendor because we can just sell everything we got. I was unlucky. The sun shrooms allow us to get level 2 cold resist, which we need to survive Meadow. And as you notice that Johnny just kind of stopped in midair for some reason. And he was also like messing about with the pause screen and the quick menu. What you can do in this game is that you can induce lag by using the quick menu and looking at laggy areas, like places where there's like a lot of textures or a lot of objects. And that reduces the game to about 20 FPS. If you pause the game, it stores that lag. If you can pull your glider on the frame after you pause the game, you will get a 1.5 times speed boost because it's jumping back from 20 to 30. And that's what's called a super launch. And you can do that with any wind bomb as long as you can get lag. So when you combine that with wind bombs that are already fast, you start getting crazy speed. But sometimes you can lag too much and just like overload it. The game says no, you're going too fast, there's too much lag, and the game just cancels all your momentum. So it's kind of a delicate balance, and you're trying to find like just laggy enough places. And also, if your initial launch is just too fast, the game also says, no, you're going too fast. Which is one of the pretty annoying things about this game. It actually says you're going too fast.
Yeah, it's so annoying. If that weren't in the game, we'd be going so fast. But my launch was definitely too fast there, which I'm kind of surprised about because I mean I was aiming cardinal, but I don't know if you're gonna explain that. It's maybe a bit too much.
Maybe a bit.
Yeah.
Song, do you want to take Meadow? Or at least Assault?
For sure. So Johnny picked up the Falcon bow from the chest. It is a very useful bow, basically because the trajectory is a bit different from other arrows. The arrow doesn't go down as fast as with other bows, so aiming with this bow is very straightforward. As you can see there, Johnny just did a wind bomb mid-air. We didn't really talk about this because it works the same way as a normal wind bomb, but it's definitely trickier in the sense that it's more precise. So now he's just going to be sitting at a very specific position and hitting all cannons from the middle, precisely because Falcon bow lets you shoot very far. So the trajectory.
Johnny doesn't miss a shot, obviously.
Perfect entrance.
It is actually important you don't miss many shots there because you need a certain amount of bomb arrows to kill Windblade. If you drop below like 10, if you get to about 9 bomb arrows, the fight becomes a lot harder. You have to spend arrows you don't want to spend.
Also, what I've noticed recently is that the durability on my Falcon bow is very... Like, you can't do a lot of extra shots without it breaking at the end of the run.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing in this as well. All the weapons we get in, the bows we get in, are pretty specific because if you played this game, you know that the durability system is a thing. And obviously we can't just pick up one bow and use it forever, it'll break. And we need to use certain bows for certain things, certain weapons for other things. Which kind of like adds to the game's freedom. Like everything's constantly changing in this game. Like even when it's just tiny things like that, it makes a huge difference. So into Meadow is just the opening little cutscene. Cool thing about Meadow is we do not need the map. Normally you need, you get the map, you can tilt Meadow left and right a bit, like separate wings higher. You don't need to do that. Well, at least not in the speedrun. First terminal, very simple, nothing crazy to it. Oh yeah, he was going on, I didn't see.
Just be nice to me. Oh, nice.
Nicely done. Another instance of an ESC.
Yeah, ESC can be very tricky.
What does ESC stand for, Sly?
Ooh, extended shield clip. If I remember correctly.
Why is it called extended shield clip?
Great question. Honestly, have no idea.
It's because you're extending your shield clip. Because you like doing 2 shield clips in one.
There you go.
So something weird you might have noticed then as well was as Johnny was running towards that window to come to the third terminal, he kind of flopped over on his shield. What happens is when you do a clip, like at ESC for instance, you get what is called glitched ragdoll state. When you're in this state, you cannot win bump. It just won't work. You can't do any launch. Link's body will just immediately cancel all momentum. Doing that does clear ragdoll state, the glitch ragdoll state, which we call ragdoll. We just call it ragdoll. So that's another thing you have to think about in this game quite a lot. This like win bombs are actually quite restrictive, and there's a million things you have to think of when you're trying to do one, and that's just one of them. But if you see Johnny flop over for seemingly no reason, he's clearing his glitch ragdoll state. Very nice.
Looking at what's style, I like it.
Yeah,
as you can see, that's how you don't pick up the map in Meadow and get all the terminals.
This next fight is it's pretty RNG. I'm kind of hoping he's not being too bad today.
Yeah, so this is probably the hardest Blight fight. Well, not probably, it is.
Yeah. Okay, that was
Nice.
already good RNG.
So what Johnny did there immediately was run to this updraft here to get bullet time as fast as he could. He waits for Blight to do 1 teleport. That teleport is RNG, which is the bad part of this game. Sorry, not this game. This game's pretty good. The bad part of this fight. So you want a quick teleport and you want it in a nice place. Then he does a certain set of arrows to get into push into phase 2, and he flies to the middle before the phase starts, so you can immediately start shooting. And then it's just a repeat of phase 1. Yep, that was great. That fight can go horribly. Like, you can shoot him and he immediately falls off, and then he takes a while to come back up, and you just can't do anything. Sometimes you headshot him, but the game said, no, that wasn't a headshot, and you just can't push him into phase 2. And
Yeah, what was that? I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I swear I shot him in the face, but weird.
Yeah, like I was just saying, like, that tiny sliver of health he had left before the final shot, he actually should have died from that shot. And it didn't really look like Johnny missed any headshots, but apparently he did.
Yeah, the first shot I shot didn't count as a headshot. He also didn't get stunned or anything. But yeah, I don't know.
It didn't screw you over though, so
No.
decent fight earlier. That health container is big because it gives you an extra heart, obviously, and fully restores your health, which is huge because then we don't have to eat food to get back, and food is super important.
Yeah, definitely, because we don't pick up a lot, especially if we want to go fast. And every food you pick up.
Sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I was just gonna say every food you pick up is just time loss. You know, you don't really want. That's all I was gonna say.
Never want time loss. But that is basically the reason why we do Meadow. It's because of the Great Eagle Bow. It has a good damage. It shoots 3 arrows at the same time, and it also has great durability.
And it shoots them really fast. It's got a rapid rate of fire, and it shoots really far. It's just got everything. So here's the Great Plateau, the tower we got, warping back to that. And as Song said earlier, it's the only thing we can warp back to on the Great Plateau. Because we clipped through the shrines, we didn't really activate them. And you can see another instance of a super launch there. That's how they should all go, where Johnny just, wow.
I got it.
That's frame perfect, that bounce. Down. Yeah, so as you can see, super launch is very fast. That little bounce he just did then, if you put your paraglider away, like the frame you make contact with the ground, you can get bounces like that from wind bombs.
Okay. This BTB is very tricky. Good enough, I think.
And Prage time, it looks good.
It's a little bit high.
So this is another very difficult BTB. As you can see, Johnny had to shoot in a certain way to load up a goblin, have him turn a certain way, wait to freeze him at a certain point, and this lets us go all the way to Gerudo Town.
It's not gonna get there, but close.
Yeah, as you can see, this is how precise BTBs are. It looks pretty damn good. He's like on the way to it, but he's going to come a little bit short because it was slightly too left and it was slightly too high. So because he has to turn to get back on track, it kills his speed, and because of the height, he's not just going fast initially anyway.
Right. No, bow.
One important thing there is that Johnny unequipped his bow during that BTB, and that's basically because, well, he buffered before equipping the bow. And that's because the earlier you cancel bullet time during a bullet time bounce, the faster you go. So you want to cancel bullet time as soon as you can for every single one of these BTBs that again are very precise. And if it's not clear at this point, all dungeons is easily one of the hardest categories in this game because of that. It's just full of very precise BTBs.
So we need to talk to guy I forgot the name of there to figure the quest to get the Gerudo Close to get into Gerudo Town. Benjamin?
Benjamin, yep.
Benja, I think, in other language, it changes depending on language. And we also activate Dakochise, the shrine in front of it, because that lets us walk back to it. And why is Johnny in VR right now? Well, this is the part where we all put on our VR goggles and we just play in VR because we like VR. It's pretty cool. So VR goggles on, everyone. But really, when I explained super launches before and getting lag, sometimes it's hard to get lag. Especially in places like the desert, there's not a lot here. There's just sand. So when you turn VR mode on, you're basically rendering the game twice, and that allows you to generate lag in a lot more places. So when you turn VR mode on and then look back at Gerudo Town, you can get lag pretty easily. Also, what screen are you guys? What side of the screen do you look at for VR mode? I'm a lefter. I'm a lefter.
Both.
What?
Both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ow.
I can't focus on one screen.
So there's part of the reason why we need so much money at the start as well. We don't really have a good chance to get to another vendor that isn't really slow. We have to talk for that one in the Rito village anyway, so we may as well get the amount of money we need there to buy the 600 rupees of Gerudo clothes. And we're into the Riju cutscene. One important thing to notice as well is when Johnny turned VR mode off was important. He didn't really need it on the entire time, but because of unloading, like we saw with the shrines earlier, how they weren't loaded, the same thing can happen with cutscenes. If you run into this before Riju is loaded, you are soft locked. You'll just keep doing the cutscene over and over. No idea why. It just does it. So if Johnny comes out, like pauses, comes out of VR, and then takes his time in the menus, it's giving the game a chance to load. So we do that just to reduce the chance of a soft lock.
I might be spamming a little bit too much on these text boxes because my arm gets tired every time.
Oh yeah, that is a big thing as well. All Dungeons has a lot of spamming A and B as fast as you can to get through the text.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of text.
that was actually, yeah.
It's hard to notice, like if it actually is a big thing. But when you compare it against someone who's really good at mashing to someone who's just okay at it, you can lose a lot of time. So here we're walking back to Tanokasa, which we got on the way to Meadow before, to set up for a BTB to the back of the Yuga hideout, which is the quest we just got from Riju to be able to go into Naboris. I think this is the first Moblin BTB we're seeing, which isn't really any different from Boko BTBs in the setup. Like you can see, we froze him, we shield jumped on him, we're flying away. But Moblins are a lot nicer though. The back is huge, and you can just like hit anywhere on the back and get a pretty consistent angle. Sorry,
What was the Colosseum BTB?
Oh, true.
But we were...
Yeah, I was talking about the jumper route, yeah.
Yeah.
That one is a lot harder than this one though.
God.
Oh no.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Fairy time? Yeah. That's why we like fairies. So that was kind of unlucky. He knows backups though, he's good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just use one of these.
So, let's talk about Rivali's Gale, I guess. It's not so we have kind of strict Rivali's Gale route in this because there is optimal times to use them. Like where you'll see in the Boris, there's a big one. Well, there's a big 2 in the Boris. Using it there was probably his best bet as well, because otherwise he'd have to like snake his way up the cliff with wind bombs, whereas if he did that, he can do one into a mid-air wind bomb.
I don't think. Yeah. Why does that?
You can actually do Naboris without Gales, but it's very slow.
Yeah, it's you just get the Gales. It's so much slower without Gales. So the stealth section of Yuga Hideout, we don't have to do that. You can just clip through the back here and open the door, and hey, we're fighting Koga.
It's funny because it's actually the easiest clip in the whole game almost.
I know, yeah, I didn't want to say that, you know, but since you brought it up.
Can I chime in for a second?
Oh yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say welcome again, everyone, to Summer Games Done Quick 2021 online, powered by Twitch. Don't forget, we're here supporting Doctors Without Borders. We have about $30,000 to go until we hit that next bonus game for the My finale. So please make sure you're directing your donations there and choosing My as your incentive. And also, I just want to say we've been having a blast all week, so make sure that you click in to the channel and drop us a follow. We've been going for, 5 days now, 6 days now? We still have a whole nother day tomorrow of these shenanigans. So yeah, join us, have fun. Summer Games Done Quick.
So, hey, you remember that rail claymore we picked up before? This is what we're using it for. A little bit unlucky there. So, we need a high damage weapon to be able to take out Koga as fast as possible. His health is a bit weird, and he's kind of... I don't even understand it myself, so I might just not try and explain it, because I'll probably get it wrong.
Oh, I read it not too long ago. It's something about, like, he doesn't have a lot of HP, but he has, like...
Huge damage
so much,
resistance or
yeah.
something. But,
a lot of damage.
You saw Johnny run up to Koga and like turn around and start spinning. What happens is when you turn around and then spin with a two-handed weapon, you can hit them twice. Like as it makes contact, it just instantly hits them again. If you can run up fast enough and get every single double hit possible in one stamina wheel on Koga, you can one cycle phase one. which Johnny missed by like 1 hit, which was kind of unlucky, really. But the rest of the fight is pretty simple. You just hit him with arrows, hit him a few times, hit him with the magnesis thing. And hey, you got any donations? Because it's cutscene time.
Yeah, you want me to go for a minute? I got a couple big ones.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
How about this? $10,000 from Fangamer. Can we get a bunch of claps in the chat for Fangamer? They say, hey everybody, Fangamer here. We've received a lot of orders this past week for our GDQ merch lineup. Those purchases make donations like this one possible. So, we want to thank everyone who has placed an order. 100% of the profits from sales of the Fangamer SGDQ 2021 collection goes directly to MSF. We'd like to remind everyone that you have until the end of the event to get your orders in at fangamer.com/GDQ. You can also help MSF with a direct donation at gamesdonequick.com/donate. Let's get a $5 donation hype train going. Yeah, Fangamer, I'd love to see that. What about a $5 hype train at 50 minutes? Does that sound good to you, Chad? How about you guys?
Sounds great to me.
$5 at 50
Yep.
minutes. Let's see it happen. We also have a $20 donation from Cartridge Blowers, fellow GDQ host. They say, hey Johnny, this is a great run so far. My nephew Alex loves Breath of the Wild, and watching this is blowing his mind. Perhaps you're inspiring a blossoming 13-year-old speedrunner? Shoutouts to the couch, the crew, and Mello, who is bringing hosting to an all-new power level. And now, a haiku. My finale. We have to unlock the run. The rhythm don't stop. Thank you, Cardi B. M&M donates $250. They say, the Legend of Zelda franchise is what led me to finding speedruns and GDQ. So, of course, I had to donate during Breath of the Wild. Shoutouts to my sister, who got me hooked on video games. Yeah, sister love, and better be watching this incredible run. This goes to the My Finale bonus game. We're so close, guys. Let's get that gold met. We did break $30,000, by the way. We have $29,400, I don't know, $61. I can't do math. Until we hit My. And $5 donation train at 50 minutes.
Nice, real close. So,
God.
as you saw, we run back into the Yiga hideout there. We need to pick up a few more rupees and the mighty bananas because there's just a million there for easy attack up food. That helps us just delete the blights later. There's something else I wanted to mention, but I forgot.
Rupees. We grab a lot of 4s and rupees in Giga Hideout too, which basically lets us get enough rupees to buy arrows here and to buy the flame breaker armor at Goron City.
Yeah, and these 30 electric arrows here are huge because that allows us to skip the part at Zora's Domain where you have to fight the Lionel. You don't have to fight him if you have 20 shock arrows already. Well, you don't have to fight him anyway. You can just pick up the shock arrows. But we can easily get 30 here and then just skip all that. So here's the cooking of the bananas to get the attack up food. Johnny's going to be cooking 2 4 times bananas for a short duration, but 3 times up attack food, and then 1 5 times. And that'll cover Thunder Blight, Water Blight, and then the last one, the 5 times bananas, will cover Fire Blight and Ganon. So that allows us to cut down on cooking a million bananas and allows us to keep some for food backups.
We have a bunch of cutscenes here as well. Maybe like 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I can read some more
Yeah.
donations.
Yep.
We have a $500 donation from The Hardcom. They say, this has been my favorite time of year since 2013. Keep up the amazing work, everyone. Thank you so much. How about this? Mangelina Bro Lee donates $50. They say, as a professional dancer and dance teacher, I just have to donate for the Dance Rush Stardom run. So excited to see my 2 favorite things combined. Good luck on the run. Thank you so much. That was for DRS that played a little bit earlier today. Mr. Zeno donates $25. They say, Give me my finale! Give me my finale! Neko Machines donates $10. They say, if we can't watch the My stream, I will cry. Do you guys want Neko Machines to cry? I don't. Matamizer donates $250. Wow, thank you so much. They say, had to donate during my favorite entry in the favorite game series of all time. Legend of Zelda holds a special place in my heart, and watching runners absolutely tear the games to shreds always puts a smile on my face. Thanks to the runners and crew for helping make GDQ such an amazing event every year. Let's see those My. Marble Man donates $50, and they say, here's to Link. From the man screaming in the wind bombs, let's get more GDQ. Go My.
So this segment coming up is probably one of the most difficult ones I'm gonna be doing. I don't really get it very often, but it saves 20 seconds over just using the seal.
Yeah, this is very new as well. Like, Johnny's only just started doing this, and also pretty much only Johnny has just started doing this because this is Johnny.
Okay, that was a decent first one though. That was a bad one. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is why. It might not be the smartest thing to do this yet in a run.
It looks pretty cool.
Looks pretty cool.
I mean, hey, you still got it.
Okay, this is not good. Yeah. Well.
There.
So that could have gone cleaner, but, you know, I'll take it.
Hey, you got it. We're in the Boris. So, to explain a little bit what Johnny just did and why he just immediately abandoned the seal, what he did was called a shield jump cancel. That allows you to get into bullet time from like a standing position just on flat ground. And what you have to do is you have to get on your shield, jump, and then within like the frame before you leave the ground? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, the last possible frame, you're still like grounded, I think. You can hold a material. That kind of lets you cancel the shield jump, and you can then get into bullet time. Obviously, when we get into bullet time, we can win bomb. So when you can do that, you can just say, bye-bye seal, I am going to do this on my own.
There's a lot of different little things you need to know about this, because also when Riju tells you if you want to keep fighting, it also refills your stamina for some reason. So that's also really nice. But then if you get too close to Naboris and he starts aiming at you, you can't be on the ground or you'll get that cutscene. You know, stuff like that. It's very hard to pull off.
So this is why we was talking about Valley's Gale being pretty important. It allows us to immediately go to this terminal. And then from this one, we can easily access all the others, which is just the fastest route by far through Naboris. So what Johnny's doing here is he's placing one of those conduit things, the crystal, whatever it is, which, I don't know, into place. And then he's going to shoot the other one with shock arrows with a duplex bow. Those double hits allow it to activate, just briefly enough for it to start raising. Once the head gets to the top, it's immediately going to start coming back down because it's not got a constant flow of electricity like it should. So if you can activate the terminal before it gets to the top and then jump out, you're fine. And then from there, he's going to drop out of it and wind bomb and start snaking his way through Naboris, activating terminals. In the next room below as well is a super important Meadow Gale, as it allows you to skip like the ball puzzle with the electricity and the two separate rooms, like on either side of there. I don't remember it too well. I don't play this game casually anymore.
Yeah. If I were to do this dungeon casually, I'd be stuck in here for at least an hour.
So after getting this terminal, Johnny will actually get the map for this Divine Beast. Basically because there is no way to get the second terminal without the map. You can actually clip into the place where the last terminal is. You can do an extended shield clip, but unfortunately the terminal is upside down, so you can't activate it no matter what. You need the map.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it's timeless. This is a pretty long cutscene.
Yeah, it'd be like 40 seconds maybe, something like that. If we could skip this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of gigantic really, but we just cannot interact with this terminal while it's tilted on the side.
Can I ask y'all a quick question?
Sure.
Have you ever heard of, what's it called? Oh yeah, Prime Gaming? Have you heard of Prime Gaming?
I don't think I have. Can you explain Prime Gaming?
I think if you have a subscription to Amazon Prime and you link it to your Twitch account, you can actually get a free sub with Prime to a channel of your choosing every month. But you have to reactivate it yourself. So right now, like theoretically, with all these people here, if you have Prime, you could use it here.
And you're telling me that's free?
That's free!
That's insane.
Yeah, that's good enough.
So the Thunderblight flight,
go on, Sly.
he's got one of two attacks to start off with. He now shoots his lightning balls at you, or like so, which you can block with the pot lid. If you had a metallic shield, it actually just electrocute you. That's very unfortunate. Or he does that sort of dash and slash, which is what you want. That knock him down. This is my first showcase of how OP the Great Eagle Bow is, especially if you get headshots.
Yeah, so normally the damage kind of caps to half his health bar because phase 1, phase 2, 50-50. But what is it? There's a way to push it past that if you're doing something specific. I don't remember what it is. It's not easy to do, but you can accidentally do it sometimes. I'm going to say Johnny did it on purpose because he's sick.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, normally it should stop at the halfway point, but it just didn't.
Wow. I've never done that much damage.
Yeah.
Oh, get the T-pose. Small
But yeah,
T-pose.
Thunderblight, hardest boss?
Nope.
Nope, super easy.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but the way arrow damage works is that it takes the base damage from the bow, right? Then bomb arrows add a plus 20 damage, like modifier, and then that gets multiplied by 2 when you get a headshot. And that's why you hit Thunderblight for so much. Basically because you probably got like a triple headshot, right?
Yeah, something like that, like a lot.
I'm just gonna believe you on that.
I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty crazy because Thunderblight has a very tiny head, so getting like a triple headshot is not easy.
Yeah, I think his head was angled in just the right position or something. Because I've never gotten that much damage in 2 shots only, even.
Oh yeah, that was only 2 shots. That was crazy. I've not really seen that before.
Well, I'll take it. All right,
So
there's another.
Oh, sorry, go on there.
There's another really tricky BTB here coming up.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, by the way, Vivo is the one who comes up with all these, or most of these crazy BTBs. I'm surprised that worked, but
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. So again, another very hard BTB. Odd Dungeon is basically just ridiculously hard BTBs to get as far as you can with as little stamina as possible. And as you saw in that one, we actually pushed the Boko when he was frozen. Then you had to walk at him at a certain angle and at a certain speed to push him to the right place, which he nailed pretty easy for Johnny. And then it lets you just fly all the way to the wetlands there, which is about halfway to Zora's Domain, which is where we're going next. Hey, if we're halfway to Zora's Domain from a BTB, let's just do another one to go the whole way.
that one was a bit low, but
So that's the first Lizalfos BTB. And again, as you saw, very similar to what we've seen. Lizalfos hitbox is the best place to hit them is on their back, like at their tail. Which is why we run behind him and set up like that cryo block there. So Johnny was going to be a bit low there on the cliff. And you can do from a BTB, if you remember when we did that little bounce off a wind bomb when we went back to Great Plateau, you can do that with a BTB too, but it's a lot easier and you go a lot higher. But the cliff needs to be a ramp, and Johnny was not going to get that, so we cancelled it and wind bombed over.
actually, I just remembered my durability is probably
true.
really low. So
Doing it does take up a little bit of durability on your shield, because like you're cancelling your shield to fly upwards. Like the surf you're doing when you BTB, you cancel that and then fly upwards, and it would damage his shield too. And he
we're
can't
at
have his
Zora's
shield break.
Domain.
So
Oh my
I
god.
hope you like cutscenes and about 6 minutes of matching, which might be a great time for donations.
Donations? I love donations. How about this? Anonymous donates $50 and they say, I'll take 10 tickets to the My train. They are referencing that humongous $5. We had 2 $5 trains happen in the last 15 minutes. So I'm just going to try to go through them quickly. Thank you to Carly HB, Shatters, Cyril the Wolf, Angela, and Moose Moose for all donating $5 and saying, $5 train, let's go. My train. I can't resist the hype train. Choo-choo, friends. Link, jump on enemies. Go zoom. Choo-choo hype train. $5 train for my. Choo-choo. I just love when a train pulls off, you know? It's so great when you actually get one to work and you see the total like flying up. Anyway, we're under $25,000 from hitting My finale as our next bonus game. Don't y'all want more GDQ? I do. Don't y'all want to hear Marforia as your next host? I do. There's so much to look forward to. Please, if you're donating, make sure that you've selected My finale as your incentive. At least for now. How about this one? We have an anonymous $500 donation. They purchased 100 tickets. And they just said, love y'all. That's very much my style. Thank you so much. And then Sam donates, no comment, $1,000. Thank you so much, Sam, for that. I have a lot more time, right?
Yeah, like 4 more minutes.
Sure, yeah, okay. Pittman Lions 0416 donates $250. They say, loving this Breath of the Wild run. We tune in every marathon and are never disappointed. Shout out to the whole GDQ crew who makes such an awesome event run so smoothly. Looking forward to attending a live event again in the near future. absolutely. I share that sentiment with you. I can't wait till the next in-person GDQ to have fun and spread love and joy with all the rest of you. And then Cat Likes donates $25. They say, my boyfriend introduced me to GDQ, and now it's a tradition that we share. From watching the runs together to waking each other up in the middle of the night so we don't miss a particular run, Breath of the Wild is his absolute favorite game. So we are so excited to watch it this year. And then rounding us out here, we have a $5 donation from Fra, who says, forget the hype train. This is the vibe train. I like that too.
So, still got like another minute or two if you've got any more.
Okay, yeah.
This
no,
is,
I mean,
this is a lot of drama.
I definitely have donations. Shanghai Oh My donates $150. They say, I haven't been able to watch live much this year, but I can't wait to see all of these VODs in the upcoming weeks. Shoutouts to the Holotones OS Discord, and here's hoping we can meet the My incentive. Well, Shanghai, your hopes are high and your hopes are in the right area, because I believe we can do it. $24,000, less than 50 minutes, or actually less than an hour, I should say, and we'll hit that goal. I believe. That's an hour. I've seen us do greater things than that. And another person, donates $5, and they say, I don't even know what My is, but I need to see it. Choo choo! Oh, wow. We have a $1,000 donation from Link to the Future. They say, absolutely love the Legend of Zelda series. I always love watching these awesome runs and donating to an awesome cause. Thank you so much for that $1,000 donation.
Okay, finally.
You say finally, but Sidon's still talking.
No, it's over. It's
I don't know, I
over.
think we have
You can play
another,
the video game now.
another 16 minutes left of cutscene.
Oh god.
No, we are. We're out. We're immediately going to jump on the statue of Mifa. You know, this nice statue we use to remember and honor him. And we're going to wimble off it straight up to Sidon. That was
Spooky.
optimal. Perfect.
Perfect gaming.
Yep.
So we got this little bit of intro with getting into the assault on Ruta, because this is like the divine piece you're meant to do at the start, where they like guide you and give you all the cutscenes about it and stuff. And we're using these. We're gonna use these shock arrows to, well, like normal, when you do it casually, you're meant to go up each waterfall, shoot each thing. But Johnny's gonna try to go and get every single one of them in one waterfall, which is incredibly difficult. He needs to learn difficult first shot, but it saves a lot of time and get them all in just one waterfall.
It's very fast.
So immediately you shoot down these fire blocks.
Should be good. Yep.
Yep, he's got it.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. That shot is very difficult. It's pretty precise on when you shoot it and how you and where you shoot. And not just that, when you go up there as well, because we only have one wheel of stamina, you have to instantly hit your shots on the other three remaining switches.
Yeah. Like, if you hit that first one too early, Sidon's not gonna swim towards the waterfall anymore because you've hit one. So he's just gonna back off. So you need to like time it very well.
And then you end up getting more cryo blocks and spikes to deal with. It just gets annoying if you shoot early.
Yeah. I think it also helps with the angle you can shoot the thing at. you know, if you break them earlier, Sidon's gonna swim to the waterfall at a different angle.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Basically, very risky, very hard.
Yeah.
So, pretty nice Divine Beast, this one. Probably my second favorite to run. This is another one though. We need the map terminal because you have to move the trunk to get the... You can actually interact with the terminal on it. Revali's Gale used to be huge here because it let you go to the top and then work your way down, which was the fastest route. But Johnny's actually so fast from the Boris, where he last used the Gales, that they're not back yet. But luckily with wind bombs, we can make our own Revali's Gale.
Did I get a Boko part? Yeah, I did, right?
You did, yeah.
So one thing to note about Router, the final terminal is on a cycle. So and it's impossible to make like the one is the earliest one we can get. You can't get the one before it by like using motion controls to make that spin faster or anything like that. But you want to get this one because it takes like 10-15 seconds for it to rotate around again the next cycle. So Johnny's trying to do stuff as fast as he can in there to get to that first cycle because the terminal is constantly rotating around. And as you've seen, it needs to be upright for you to be able to activate it.
Bravo. Ora guarda per riconquistare coraggio.
So he's immediately lifting that trunk up to a set position to make the terminal interactable and to start the cycle on the second to last terminal, which is on like the big wheel in the middle. Because we're also manipulating that thing's position so that you can basically just run in and grab it straight away.
Restano ancora.
Didn't run into the fire. Absolute pro.
Yeah. I actually
I've done that
almost
a
did.
million times.
Oh, I forgot to turn.
Restano solo due.
But as you can see, as I was talking about the cycles and the trunk movement, it set it up in a place where you could just instantly walk in and then it was interactable. And there's the final terminal. You can see he's made the cycle. He was a little bit early.
It would be nice if I get my Gales back here, but I guess I'm just too fast.
Osserva la mappa. Tieni gli occhi ben.
Oops.
Damn, what a shame. Too far.
Yeah. Normally I'd use a Gale here, but I don't know.
So, another easy blight flight? Well, I won't say easy, but it's a lot more straightforward than wind blight, really.
I think you really need to use to create a cryo block in order to be able to move the bullet time.
Yep, and he jumps off to the left there to be stood on these 4 platforms that raise from the water that rises.
Pretty much want to get up on the cryo block again as soon as possible, so just by preparing yourself and standing, swimming on top of one of the platforms that will raise, that you just quickly kind of block up and start phase 2.
So you saw Johnny was switching arrows a bit as well. We need to preserve some bomb arrows, and we have a lot of electric arrows that do pretty comparable damage. So we can use them while he's down, then wait for him to stand back up so we can get easy headshots on it again. And we're also using those electrics because when he's downed, it's very hard to hit the head sometimes because they can crumple in strange positions. When they get back up, it's predictable. You can tell where the head will be.
Another interesting thing is that Johnny only needs a couple of bomb arrows, basically because we won't be able to use them in Goron City, inside Goron City, which is coming up. Basically, because if you pull your bow with bomb arrows on, they blow up, and you take a lot of damage. So bomb arrows will be useless for Goron City.
And that's 3 out of 4 Divine Beast done. And we're out of cutscene sitter.
Thank God.
Yep, so we're going to use that Zora's chest piece now to immediately climb this big waterfall up to the top of the Zora Highlands, Zora Uplands, one of them. Uplands Arana, that's what it is. And this will set us up at like a clear path towards Eldin, which you might be able to guess how we're going to fly towards Eldin.
I have no idea.
You're gonna run, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Catch myself a horse. Yep. Get the super, but that's fine.
Nice.
Nice.
So obviously another BTB and another pretty precise setup where we're using arrows in certain ways and positioning and so on. You know the drill by now. And that allows us to go pretty much all the way to Goron City. It's hard to go the entire way from there because there's a lot of mountain in the way. But we can get one wind bomb away, which is pretty good. What you're going to see Johnny do a lot in Eldin as well is obviously wooden equipment sets on fire in Eldin. When you pull out your bow though, like if it's on your back and you just tap ZR to pull it out, it puts the fire out. So Johnny can just keep doing that with a wooden bow and it won't break his bow. And fire damage doesn't work like cumulative damage. It's not going to add up. There's just a burn timer on the bow. If the timer hits, say, 30 seconds, goodbye, Great Eagle Bow. But if Johnny pulls it out, it resets. This timer does go on in some cutscenes, so if your bow is burning before you get into the cutscene, like that one there, your bow is gone by the time you get out of that cutscene, because it was burning the whole time. It's also why he took off his pot lid as well. Still needs that shield.
Yeah, that
But he
potlet,
doesn't need it. Sorry, go on, Johnny.
that potlet just basically is good for the whole run. So you need to take good care of it, or
It's
you
called
lose that one.
for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know how to dodge these rocks, by the way. I don't know.
No one does. Those rocks are actually kind of RNG. Like, not just where they fall, I mean, but like if they even happen at all, or when they happen.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't fall and you're just completely fine. I don't know why. Kind of annoying, but
I think that can even happen twice. I've had it happen when they do it twice.
It can happen like 3 times.
Yeah, it's
oh my god.
not much fun.
So that Boko piece, the material Johnny picked up like ages ago at the start of the run, just after plateau, we're finally using that with a... What are those things called? One of those lizards he picked up.
Fireproof. Something.
Yeah, something lizard. It gives you a fireproof flick set.
Oh god, this is not good. Yeah.
And he
I
needs
forgot
that
to
to be
eat
able
it.
to... Yeah, that was kind of unlucky. He needs that to be able to survive in this area. One kind of unlucky thing though was Johnny had to pause and use the elixir when he was already in this zone. What he was trying to do was get here so fast that the rocks in front of Yunobo aren't loaded. You can just run straight in. But because he had to pause and use the elixir, it kind of gave the game a chance to load. So he just clipped through the side instead.
Huh, weird. Did I forget that?
Did you clear Ragdoll?
No. Stop. No.
Not the greatest place to do that.
Jesus Christ. I thought my volley was gonna burn up. Okay, we're good.
So yeah, you can see how like little food Johnny has left now and how tight on food this run gets.
Huh?
Last part of the run
Still
is
has
pretty
a berry
stressful.
though.
Nice.
Small struggles, but it's fine. We're good.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
And as you saw there as well, like that quick little flick Johnny did just to pull out his bow for like half a second, then put it back, just puts out the fire.
Yeah, because if it was burning here, it would be gone.
And that is kind of run over. Well, it's not run over, you just reload, but it's PB over.
Yep.
There's in general a lot of time loss because of how autosaves work in this game. If you're always jumping around with wind bombs, they can spawn you in very weird places.
So, hope there's a meteors again.
These ones are always nice though. Oh, no, please don't.
They're actually usually horrible to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's usually those ones that always get me. So we're just making our way to Yunobo and the amazing escort section. Nice.
I'm not gonna win bomb here. I don't have food.
No, Johnny will get his stamina back. Right, we'll just have to bullet time and absolutely destroy the audience.
He really does not like Yunobo, so he threw the hammer at him. I don't know why Johnny does that, but I don't know. Johnny just says he always has to do it. But
Oh, got it back.
no, really.
Thanks, Yunobo.
He threw the hammer through Yunobo to hit that switch and turn the cannon. And I hope you like seeing that because we got it a few times. So coming into the escort, I'll explain a few things about it now, and then I'll just let you take it away for donations because there's not a lot going on with it. It is an auto-scroller, kind of. You can make it faster. We can't have a whistle in this because then it makes Yunobo stop. We need him to constantly move. So we can do what I mentioned before right at the start of the run, throw sprinting, which lets us do this, but as you can see, it's not as efficient as whistle sprinting. We need to keep Yunobo like on the edge of our minimap, further than the edge, and he's going to stop following us because he loses sight of us. And we want to kill these Guardian Scouts, like, in the fastest way possible, but without using up too many resources, because we don't have a lot left, and we still need to fight Fireblight and Ganon. So Johnny's going to be using like Magnesis on boxes to hit them and kill them. We're using Abosa's Fury to kill a couple. He's going to be shooting a few. And then going to be standing in certain places to make Yunobo jump into the cannon as fast as possible. Just small things like that you're going to see. But other than that, we get to watch Yunobo run after us for a bit. So, donations.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you want to take it back. We have $25 from Zelkis, who says, "Hi, Johnny. Good luck on your run. It's been insane watching you run this game from where you started and quickly get almost every world record one by one. Looking forward to your E10 run for so long." From Zelkis, Swiffy, Mikey, Apple, Player5, Majestic, Razin, Mules, Tapir, Jordan, and your gamer buddy Norman. Also, let's go My Finale.
Yo, thank you, Zelkis, and
Thank you.
basically like most of the community that you mentioned there.
How about Leona Wild donates $100. They say, "Go Johnny, take out Ganon." Then we have a $5 donation from Grant. They say, "I would love to hear the host's best." Well, excuse me, princess. There you go. Rayhid Greyhorn donates $500, and they say, "I quite like this. Hype train, is it?" Yeah, you purchased yourself 100 tickets to that hype train. Thank you very much. Torque Stomp donates $5,000, and they just say, "Go fast." Massive donation. Wow, thank you so much. That's seemingly from an individual too.
I'll try go fast. Oh my god.
How about this? TT donates $100. They say, "Good luck with the run, Mr. Johnny Gamer Man, Sly, Song, and Vivo. Much love from the Breath of the Wild community." Ka-cha! Ka-cha!
Thank you, TT.
Joe Dunn donates $25. They say, "Hey Johnny, it's Joe. Just letting you know all the peeps are watching in Discord cheering you on. Yes, and that means Papa Pear too. Good luck, friend."
Nice.
That's true.
Okay, well, $50 from Brutal's mom. Yes, that is my mother. They say, "Great cause,
Yo,
Doctors
let's go.
Without Borders." Thanks, Mom. Thanks, GDQ from Khalees, Angeline, Naya, Easton, and Zara. We love you, Cousin Mello. Oh, I love you too, my beautiful cousins. Ruined Lands donates $50. They say, "Link is looking adorable. We are so lucky to have the Johnnyboomr showing off his skills. Shoutouts to the whole Breath of the Wild community, who I miss dearly. You're all amazing, wonderful people. Cheers, Johnny, and cheers, Vivo."
Thank you, Ruin.
I love this one. Anonymous donates $100. They say, "Remember to check if your employer matches donations. If they do, they can as much as double what MSF gets." Thank you. That is a great call out. Newborn and Salted. I'm not even gonna ask where that username comes from. They say, "Good luck on the run, Johnny Gamer. Thank you for making the Breath of the Wild community proud. Thanks again to the host and the all-star commentary team."
Thank you, Newborn.
Thank you.
We also have an anonymous $2,500 donation. No comment.
That's big.
Oh my god.
I also want to say we are just over $15,000 away from the My bonus game, My Finale. $15,000. And we have, how much longer would you say in the run? Another half hour or so?
We
Not
have
that
about,
much. 15 minutes maybe?
yeah, 15,
15
20 minutes.
Okay, wow. 15 minutes, 15-ish, 20-ish minutes, $15,000. Chat, I beg, I plead. I'm on my knees. Please, My Finale. I want to see it so bad. Let's make it happen. Somebody make my dreams come true. How about Basil Bulbasaurus donates $1,000. Doctors, Shrine of Resurrection, handshaking over ignoring borders. Let's go! Anonymous donates $500. Had to donate during my favorite game of all time, Breath of the Wild. Thanks to everyone who makes this event so great. Good luck to Johnny and the rest of the runners. Radical Emmy donates $1,000. And their comment is, "Yeah."
Nice.
Problem
I think we
Patcher.
have like.
What'd you say?
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Problem Patcher donates $250. Thank you. They say, "I remember buying a Switch in Breath of the Wild with tip money. Best thing ever to save up for. Thank you for showing me even more cool things to do with the game.
Time for one more, I think.
Okay. Elizabeth Deanna Morris Lakes donates $25. My 4.5-year-old was completely baffled watching this run. Why he flying? Why he so high? Why that robot bird evil? Maybe he's got commentating in his future. A+ run. Now let's Calamity Ganon.
Damn, you should be on it instead of me. That sounds better than what I'm saying. So, this dungeon's pretty fun when you learn it. It feels nice to do this starting section. Crazy thing about Johnny that people probably don't know is that he can just see perfectly in the dark.
Yeah.
So he's just like, we're going to be a bit blind here. We don't know what's going on too much, but Johnny can actually just see everything.
Yeah, it's true. No, I can't actually. What the hell?
Damn, Johnny, I'm picking you up and you're doing this.
Lost my power.
So, while we're in this dark area, Johnny's using a few cues about that you can see from like the torchlight and throwing that bomb to light up. And he's going to be shooting specific things to set himself up for later, and also make his way to the map terminal. There he used a duplex bow to light the arrow, sorry. Shoot both the Guardian in the eye and light the torch behind him. Which is, it looks pretty good. I'm a big fan of that in this dungeon. And he's shooting those Malice eyes along the way to allow him to get like terminals in a minute. But we immediately get the map in Rudania because we need to start tilting him about straight away. And lights are back on.
Oh, we can see now.
So immediately Johnny's about to do a trick shot. Put that in the montage later, please. So you light that arrow there. You have about 2 more seconds longer than Johnny. Like if Johnny was about 2 seconds slower there, it would have gone out. You have to like run over to that set where Johnny was without sprinting, otherwise it puts the bow away. And you have to bank the arrow off that back wall while it's still lit to light the torch up there. And that stops you having to take it up to the top with the torch or anything, and you can immediately just put this ball in that hole.
Where am I? Oh.
And you can actually just crouch through that. Nothing fancy about that. You can just tilt it on the side and crouch through it.
Oh,
That was unlucky.
Good.
So we broke this box out of its jail before, like at the start when Johnny shot some arrows in the dark.
Okay. Fireblight might be a little bit.
A bit trickier than without a fairy.
You can use the flame resistance like until confident you'll kill him if you want.
I should have 1 heart left if I cancel the fire.
The reason why it doesn't work right now is because he will have to eat an attack of food, which will cancel the flame resistance effect from the potion. So he will actually start taking a higher damage as soon as the fight starts. Well, not as soon as the fight starts, but while he's fighting Fireblight.
Yep, and because this is a place where you need to flame resistance, level 2 flame resistance. The damage takes very quickly. There is a way to cancel this damage by spinning with a two-handed weapon. The problem is you reignite very quickly here and start taking damage again very quickly. So phase 1 is great because you can immediately just push him into phase 2 and take no damage. But phase 2 you have to wait a little bit.
Do I have any food left? I don't think I do.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I think I have one banana.
You can see it there where he cancelled like the flames.
Uh-oh. I have to do this.
Do you have attack roll?
Huh?
Do you have any attack up food?
No. No, I don't. But it's fine. It should still work. It's just gonna take 10 seconds longer.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
So-
normally, yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Normally, I wouldn't eat any of the flame resist there, but I just kind of messed up too much during the run. Didn't have fairies left or food. But yeah, that's why this run is so difficult. You have nothing, or basically no backups at all.
Wait, did you still have Grace?
No.
I didn't see when you used it, so.
Link.
And hey, this is right here is the reason that Italian is faster. It's actually slower than French and German up until this point, but this one cutscene here where Zelda says, "Good job, you killed all the divine beasts, killed the boys," it's way faster in Italian, where it ends up being 2 seconds faster overall from now. I think that was too much lag from Gurren's here.
Yeah. Okay. Last BTB. Probably one of the harder ones too. Oops. Okay. I think it's
Rage?
good.
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, nice, you threw.
Very good.
So, Johnny said that's probably the hardest BTB. I would say it's absolutely the hardest BTB. It's the final BTB in the whole run, and as you can see, you're going over Korok Forest, and you can easily void out, even going at this speed. Sometimes the game says, I don't care that you're going a million miles per hour. You're in Korok Forest, get out, goodbye, and it voids you out back to either where you started the BTB from or to the start of Korok Forest. That takes ages when you do it for a BTB because it has to load as well. And that's just a hard BTB.
And
Now
now
Johnny's switching
wait.
weapons because he wants Castle Cutscene to load.
He's just indecisive. He don't know if he wants the hammer or the sword. So
There it is.
we need this cutscene to happen before we go into the Ganon fight. And swapping weapons like that kind of forces a load. So you saw Johnny did some kind of specific movement with climbing the wall and side hopping and then standing still and aiming at a certain place. Let's see if he's got it, and then I'll explain it.
Rage.
Also, volume warning, slightly. Not super loud, but it's not nice. But so far, so good.
It's gonna take. Normally it would be dead now, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. And that's it.
So, Calamity Cannon is dead.
Yep.
Johnny he did that setup to shoot the arrows and walk into the cutscene, so that those bomb arrows he fired are in a set position as the cutscene starts. So those arrows freeze wherever they are when Johnny walked into the cutscene. And if you freeze them on top of Ganon, his actor still is there at the top of Sanctum. So it's just constantly hitting him, over and over. He's stun locked by bomb arrows at the top. Once he gets hit enough times, he's dead. Because he didn't have attack up, that took a bit longer than normal. But because Johnny did it right, he couldn't move. He was stuck. He was going to die eventually, no matter what. And that's pretty fast in all dungeons when we don't have very many things to kill him quickly. We're out of bomb arrows now. The Great Eagle Bow is running low on durability. The attack up is running out. When you can do that, easy. Now, this fight is an auto-scroller. You just shoot the things when they appear. We've got nothing for this. You just shoot the things as fast as they appear. But time will be coming up when he shoots the eye. As soon as the health bar drops and he's hit the eye, it's time. Go on, Jenny.
Yeah, this is pretty much when you know you've won. You can kind of relax, especially after such a stressful run.
Mello, I think you have something you want to say?
Yeah, I do have something to say. We hit my mind! Woohoo! In the chat, can I see a heart? Please and thank you. And how about this? I'm gonna steal the words of my wonderful host friend Iggy Zig with an anonymous $7,000 donation to button it up. And their comment is just, ooh woo.
Is this a good run? I don't even know. Didn't feel that bad.
It's pretty good. It's
You basically got every BTV first try. I would call that a perfect 80 run.
well, it's already a time that only 2-3 other people could even get. So pretty good, yeah.
All right. I'm happy with that. As soon as I shoot this eye, it's time. So now, time.
Nice, great job, Johnny. That was a sick one.
Nice run.
That was
Nice
really
run.
good.
Thank you.
It was ridiculously good for a marathon setting. It's a 1:41 something. That's amazing. That was no one could even get near that for a long time.
Nice, good. Yeah, okay. I wanted sub 145, so I'm happy with this.
Kind of smashed that.
Yep. But almost didn't make it with my food, but
Punched
we
it
did
out.
it. We did it. Yep.
Yeah, we did it.
Yep, we all of us together. Yeah, that's it.
Any shoutouts? You wanna do, Johnny?
Oh, this cutscene is loud. Shoutouts to the whole Breath of the Wild community. Very nice. Definitely would, if you're interested in running this game, I would definitely join the Discord, Breath of the Wild speedrunning Discord. There's always very nice people there who will help you any time of the day. Shoutouts to my commentators, of course. Thank you for explaining everything while I do it, because I can't talk and play. So thank you for that. And thank you for GDQ. Oh, thank you. Thank you for GDQ and all the donators for the incredible amount of money you've donated. It's actually insane. Thank you so much. And also thank you for having me. That's it probably.
Thank you so much, Johnnyboomr, and everyone, for that incredible showcase of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Chat, did you have fun? There was a lot of energy there. That was a really, really great run to watch. I'm just so excited. My hype levels right now, this is the roof. You can't see my hands. This is my hype levels. I put my hands way higher, I promise. Let's see. I just want to get through a couple more donations here. We have a $1,000 anonymous donation. I know that helped push us to Mai. Thank you so much. We also have $1,000 from Numuhuku Makiaki Ai Luna Moore. Thank you so much for that. No comment. $500 from anonymous with a heart. Thank you so much. And Kage donates $100. They say, oh my. These games are getting done so quick. Thank you to all the runners, commentators, and hosts. Another amazing GDQ. Now we have a few words from MSF, Doctors Without Borders. We'll be back shortly.
Hi everyone, Rayan Aziz here, joining you from Beirut, Lebanon. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who is making a difference by participating in summer games done quick. My work as a mental health activity manager with Doctors Without Borders wouldn't be possible without your support. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for helping us deliver life-saving care to millions of people around the world.
Welcome back, everyone. This donation came relatively late in the run. It's from your friend Zalp. They donate $25 and they say, I hadn't gotten the glider yet by this time. Anonymous donates. Oh, this is one of my favorite questions. Okay, chat. I need your involvement with this one through the form or through the medium of donations. $555 from Anonymous. They say, how many chuggas before the choo-choo? I like 4. Now me, personally, Mello, I'm a 6 kind of guy, right? Because I think it's like chugga, 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 choo-choo. But if you disagree with me, donate and we'll let Mars see what she thinks about that. Also, Link Without Borders donates $100. And they say, sending this towards my. Well, you got it, Link Without Borders. Thank you so much for contributing to that. I'm a Sock donates $250. They say, always happy to donate for MSF. Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite entries in the Zelda series. My newly adopted baby kittens were named Mifa and Grace after Best Girl and her special ability, of course. Thank you for all that you do in these events, both in person and online. From behind the scenes to the runners' hard work and practice, they are a highlight among the rough times. Wow. I'm a Sock. Thank you so much. Joshua S. donates $100 and they say, go, my, go. We're going to take a real quick break, but don't go anywhere. Shortly afterward, we'll be back with more GDQ. Welcome back once again, everyone. I want to read a few more donations here. We have Mickey donates $250. They say, hey everyone, it's my birthday today, and it has been amazing. First time donating, and my amazing friend is going to hopefully be playing some My. Hope everyone is having a great day, and thank you everyone for setting up such great events every year. Hype! Hopefully you're right. Your best friend or your friend is absolutely going to be playing My in just a few minutes. Cody M donates $1,000. Breath of the Wild helped my wife and I stay sane over the last year with everything going on. It was also her first 3D game, and she loved this run. Great job. I agree. Great job indeed. Thank you so much. Okra Winfrey donates $25. They say, thanks, moderator person, for all the hard work. May your dreams be full of hope and wonder. Yes, thank you to the mods. Cute mods. Yeah. All right, my friends, it's my time to depart. It's been so fun. I've been looking forward to this all week. I love every moment I get to spend with you all. I'll be back tomorrow for the Souls block. How lucky am I? Breath of the Wild and then the Souls block? Come on. Anyway, once again, I've been your host, Brutal Mellow. But for now, I am going to give you over to the mystical prize dungeon with Scent.
Oh, thank you so much, Mello. Sorry, I'm just getting the last thing set up here. Just got to bring one more prize onto the screen. Yeah, let's just not talk about that. That's perfectly fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2021. My name is Sent, and of course, I'm here to tell you about some of the amazing prizes that you can win by donating to the event. Now, all the prizes I'm going to talk about are opening right now. This is a brand new prize block, so if you donate between My and X2, there's a ton of great stuff you can win by donating. Get in a $25 donation to get into everything specific to this block. Get in a $50 donation if you haven't already gotten in a $50 donation today for some of our great daily prizes. And of course, get in a $250 donation if you haven't this week so you can get entered into our amazing grand prizes. Let's start talking about some of them. They are super cool. From Hey Pizza King, we have one of the just like silliest but most awesome things I've seen. A GDQ zine, just, you know, kind of like a fan-made magazine of GDQ moments and artwork throughout the years. It is super cool. The cover's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, let's just flip to a random page and look at some stuff. We go, oh, yeah, we got Hollow Knight at SGDQ 2020. We, of course, have Final Fantasy VI there on the other side. It's great. How could you not love this? It's full of absolutely amazing and unique artwork, and it's only a $10 minimum donation. So thank you so much to Hey Pizza King for sending that out to us. Now, also for a $10 minimum donation is the first of several Three Houses themed prizes we have. Fire Emblem Three Houses speedrun coming up a little bit later tonight. And as a reminder, there is an incentive to choose which routes the runners are going to be taking for that. I believe that right now we are looking at a war between, of course, the Black Eagles and the Golden Deer. But from Aja's story, we have these lovely Three Houses keychains featuring the heads of the three houses right there. There are, of course, only three houses. Silver Snow is not a real route. Just putting that out there. Thank you so much to Aja's story. They're a $10 minimum donation until the end of X2. Now let's talk about some stuff from Itazan. We, of course, have a beautiful pin set. We have all three of the houses' insignias. We've got the Blue Lions insignia here, the Golden Deer. You got to fear the deer. And, of course, the Black Eagles. They are absolutely amazing. These are so great. Itazan really just, every time I see one of their submissions, I think, there's no way this pin's going to be cooler than the last pin they submitted. And I am absolutely wrong, because every time their pins are incredible. You get the full set of three, $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much. And to complete that trilogy, from the Frostworks, we have a series of pin boards featuring cloth art of the insignias of the three different houses. So, of course, we have the Golden Deer. Don't fear the deer. Revere the deer. It is the only way. The Black Eagles. And last and certainly not least, the Blue Lions. These are a $25 minimum donation. Make sure to get those donations in before the end of X2, but especially make sure to get those donations in as soon as possible because we have just opened up another great incentive as part of that My bonus run. If we meet it, then Starrod Kirby is going to play some of the Utage tracks. And the Utage tracks are really interesting. They're not necessarily the hardest charts in the game, but they are incredibly interesting charts with gimmicks that you won't see elsewhere in the game, like tap notes suddenly becoming slide notes, songs composed of entirely slide notes with incredibly awkward and difficult timings, or even just charts that are meant to be played as kind of like multiplayer charts that Kirby's going to play in single player. It is a super, super cool mode. We're already about $2,000 to the $20,000 we need to make that happen. Let's make it happen because I'm going to let you in on a secret. There might be one more pretty intense incentive if that gets met. Now from Mountain Goth Mom, I've been playing with these all week, a pair of absolutely adorable crocheted lamps. Do you need more GDQ lamp in your life? You can have more GDQ lamp in your life if you donate at least $15 and win this pair of adorable crochet GDQ lamps. That's right, they're going together as a pair because at the end of the day, every lamp needs a friend. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much to Mountain Goth Mom for making them and sending them out. Like I said, I've just been having so much fun with them all week. From Meredith Frederick, we have this absolutely beautiful pen here. It comes with, it's a functional pen. You can write with it. It has a refillable ink cartridges that just uses standard ink cartridges. And on the end here, you can see there is an hourglass. This hourglass is timed to a minute. The pen itself is in the GDQ blue colors. It looks great. Thank you so much to Meredith for sending this out to us. I love this. It's such a unique thing. I don't think anyone has ever created pens for us before, much less somehow speed running adjacent pens. Absolutely amazing. Make sure to get that $20 donation in as soon as you can. Now, from Sky Berkson, if there are any Bloodborne fans out there in the chat, we have one of Sky's absolutely ridiculous models. This is a Visophagus Clinic from Bloodborne, and it'll be a little bit hard to see here, but the windows on the top and the door actually light up. Probably going to have a hard time seeing it under the very bright studio lights that we're under right now, but it has a 9-volt battery in the base, and it just has a little switch on the back. They light up. It's beautiful. Sky's work is incredible. Like, the level of detail and texture in every single part of this miniature is off the charts. From the texturing of the molding around the door, to the small crack in the window, to just the texture of the concrete wall behind the door itself. All of it is perfect. You could not ask for a better made mini. $25 minimum donation. Thank you so much to Sky for sending that out to us. And, there might be one more prize this block. I'm not entirely sure. All right, I should just take it out. Let's stop with the stalling here. This is indeed just a box. However, it is representative of a lot more because we do indeed have a PlayStation 5 available for you to win by donating. It's a $25 minimum donation from now until the end of X2. I mean, if you've been trying to get a PS5 lately, you know how impossible it is to get a PS5 lately. So $25 going to charity, you might wind up with a PS5 at the end of it. It's a great console. It's got some great games on it. It's impossible to find right now. It's only a $25 donation. What more could you want? And that $25 is, of course, going towards the amazing cause that is Doctors Without Borders. Now, if you have not donated at least $50 in a single donation today, let me tell you about our two amazing day prizes. Both of them are going to be a $50 minimum donation at any point today, which is going to be Heads Run from earlier this morning to Mega Man X2 coming up here in a few runs. We have this hand-drawn Peach by Lara Pie. Seriously, this is not a print. This is not a painting. This is done with colored pencils. I cannot stress how ridiculous that is. As our cameraman zooms in on it and as I zoom a little bit closer to it, you can see the pencil scratchings on everything from the rays coming off the sun to the blue background to Peach's face and dress itself. every part of this picture is done with colored pencil. And that is a monumental task, and it is a beautiful finished product. So huge shout outs to Larapie for sending that out to us. If you haven't gotten $50 in already, get $50 in already. Maybe you can win this painting. I hope you do, because it's absolutely amazing. Now, also for a $50 minimum donation, over here on the shelf behind me, we have this absolutely beautiful Samus helmet sent to us by Mavmade. It is an incredible replica of Samus's helmet from the Metroid series, and it comes with its own stand that is shaped like the screw attack icon from said series. It's absolutely beautiful. The detail in it is immaculate. The paint job in it is great. It's wearable. You can just put that on your head and see through the visor, pretend to be Samus all you want. I absolutely love it. Don't worry if you got a big head. I've got a massive one. It still somehow fits me. Thank you so much to Mavmade for sending that out to us. Now, of course, we also have two absolutely wonderful grand prizes to talk about. Both of them are a $250 minimum donation, but that is cumulative throughout the entire marathon. So get $25 in right now, get $50 in right now if you haven't gotten $50 in today in a single donation. And guess what? You're going to be on your way to getting entered into both of these amazing prizes. Now, from our friends over at Heroic Replicas, we have your choice of one of 18 amazing, unique heroic replicas. There's the light scale trident. There's the goddess sword. There's the fierce deity sword from Majora's Mask. You know, that cool twin helix blue and green blade. There's Ike's Ragnall from Fire Emblem. There's the sword from Shadow of Colossus, Wanderer's sword. Like, the options are limitless. Are you not a sword person? You can get the Megaton hammer. You can get the Hylian shield. There are a ton of great options, and there's a beautiful album of all of the choices available at gamesdonequick.com. Click on the link for prizes. Check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And thank you so much to Heroic Replicas for making that possible to us. And of course, our other amazing grand prize, which is right here behind my head, we have a Skytech Gaming Mark IX custom gaming PC. This thing is an absolute beast. It's got a 5800X CPU. It's got a 3070 Ti GPU. It's got everything you need to have a top-of-the-line gaming rig right now, with parts that you just frankly can't find anywhere on your own. But a $250 cumulative donation could get you this pre-built amazing PC. Seriously. My favorite part about this, and I know it's running under a light load, obviously it's not running any programs, is that I'm sitting like a foot away from it at most, and this thing is just completely quiet. I can't hear anything. I can hear fans from all of the equipment we have running in the studio. I can put my ear up to that thing and nothing. It is incredible. Huge shout outs to Skytech Gaming for sending that out to us. Whew. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's going to just about do it for all of the time I have. But if I'm not around and you have some questions about prizes or anything else about the event, you can head over to gamesdonequick.com. Check out all the links above the stream, because that's going to give you all the info you could ever need. It's going to tell you about the upcoming speed runs and showcases that we have in the marathon, like our upcoming My Finale showcase. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this run. Even if you don't know what My is, just stay put. I guarantee you 15 minutes from now, you are going to only need the edge of your seat, because you're not going to want to sit down anymore. You're going to want to get up and find your nearest arcade that has a cab. It's going to show you all of the amazing incentives that you can put your donations towards. Because remember, you don't have to donate specifically for the prizes. You can put your donations towards a ton of our great incentives, like bonus games, like the My run was, or challenge incentives, like getting that Utage mode song chart, their song list, I should say, into the marathon. There are some real interesting charts in there. You want to see it. And of course, all of the information on the amazing prizes that you can win by donating to Summer Games Done Quick. Marforia, why don't you get everyone excited and get everyone ready for My Finale?